How do you leave the job you hate so you never have to work for someone else again a day in your life? No more annoying coworkers, no more getting stuck in traffic on your way to work. Well, you start a business. Now, how do you start some massive business that makes you enough money every single month so you can quit your 9 to 5 and start living life on your own terms, create your own schedule, be your own boss? You don't. You start a one-person business, which is exactly what I did less than 2 years ago when I left the military and bought a one-way plane ticket to Thailand. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how I was able to do this, so you can too. Stop trading all of your time for money working a job that you do not like. When I graduated from high school at 18 years old, I wasn't quite sure what it was that I wanted to do with my life. To me, it seemed that I had two options. Option one, go the traditional route, college, university, go into debt, get a job to then pay off that debt, and then buy a house or car I couldn't really afford to place myself again back into debt and get stuck in this endless rat race of trying to get ahead financially. Or option two, join the military. Now at the time, I had no idea about online money or that it was even possible to make $10,000 per month from anywhere in the world just using your phone or laptop. So I joined the military and got stationed in South Korea, where I happened to be lucky enough to meet some successful business owners and entrepreneurs living there. One in particular owned real estate, not only in Korea, but in the Philippines as well. And he invited me out one weekend to Manila, the capital of the Philippines, to learn a bit about his business. A business trip, if you will. So I packed my bags, headed to the airport, board the plane filled with gorgeous Korean flight attendants, as it always is, and 4.5 hours later, land in Manila. After landing, I hop in the car, head to the hotel where my friend had already been waiting. He greets me in the lobby, walks up to me and says, "I'm up 20K in Baccarat. Let's go try and double it. You want a beer?" To which I reply, "Of course I want a beer, but I have no idea how to play Baccarat." Then we go upstairs, I drop off my luggage, follow him into the high limit room where he had been gambling all night before I got there, and they greet him at the front door by his first name. No red carpet though, so they must not have known we were coming back. We followed them inside and they proceeded to give us enough food and alcohol to feed a village in Liberia, as A$AP Ferg would say.
Hermes Linka feed a village in Liberia.
And this is when I realized that the words business trip can mean many different things to many different people. Now, I've never been too big into gambling, but watching him bet $5,000 per hand that night and treat the money like it was from Monopoly made me realize a couple of things. One, that I needed to become a business owner so I could go on these business trips more often. And two, is that money is in abundance and it's simply just a tool. Like many people I know, I grew up in a house where money was a taboo subject. My family, friends around me, would change the conversation anytime it was around money, treat it as a sensitive topic, wouldn't like to talk about how much they earned or spent, which naturally and subconsciously built up an inner resistance towards money that I didn't even realize, which made it infinitely harder to accumulate. At least it did for me. Money is only a tool. It will take you wherever you wish, but it will not replace you as the driver. Once I realized that money is not a bad thing and that rich men paired with good ethics and good morals make the world a better place, it made receiving it much easier. When you get the money you need, you can take care of the people you love, your family, friends around you, build schools. You can save the fucking spotted owl with money.
You can save the fucking spotted owl with money.
I don't think it's quite enough to simply think that money is in abundance. You must also back this up with daily actions. For example, if somebody hands you the incorrect change at a shop or gives you an unfair advantage that would cause any trouble in their life, you are now so righteous that you will never take or borrow money from someone that you do not intend on paying back, because that is not what you do, and trust that far more money than that change will ever come back into your life. Once you adopt these habits and this concept, then you start to build that inner confidence and belief that you deserve to be successful because you are a giver and you always do the right thing. And if you struggle with money, ask yourself these questions. Do you get scared when you look inside your bank account? When you see someone flexing a lot of money, do you get upset or have feelings of resentment towards them? For example, if you see someone driving an expensive car, Do you get a feeling that they don't deserve it? Or do you feel guilt for anything you've done in the past? Maybe you've done something you regret or wronged someone in some way, and you still hold on to that feeling of shame or remorse. And if you do, you need to forgive yourself, because if you feel that you need to be punished, then you will subconsciously punish yourself by not allowing yourself to receive the things that you want in life. Let it all go, and from this day forward, you are 100% righteous and honest, because we never keep any wealth that we accumulate by doing bad things or being a bad person. Now, how do you acquire wealth so you can start a business and give back to the people you love? You learn a high income skill and you create a business around that. And if you're struggling to figure out what high income skill to learn or create a business around, again, ask yourself the following questions. If I could afford it, what is something I would happily do without pay? What is it that you already do well? What has been responsible for most of your success and happiness until now? What holds your attention and fascinates you? What's something you love to learn about and become better at? What's something that when you act in this area, time stands still? You can work for long periods without eating or sleeping because you get so involved, or something where you admire and respect other people who are great and have success in this field. For me, it was speaking with other people, networking, building relations. I've always had an innate ability to get along with people regardless of their background, their clique in high school, their hobbies. And once I figured out a way to monetize this skill through remote high-ticket sales, I decided to go all in. And in my opinion, sales is the most fundamental skill you can have when starting a business. As without it, there's no money in, and that's what makes a business a business. The online self-education industry is expected to be worth over $300 billion in 2025 and is rapidly growing. Now, in order to capitalize on this without needing to start any expensive business or have any capital up front, all you need to do is learn one single skill which will allow you to place yourself in the middle of the millions of dollars being exchanged over the internet every single day. We are now living in a time where traditional education, college and university, is being surpassed by online education. People are opting in to be educated and taught by others on the internet who influence them, inspire them, have started actual businesses, made millions of dollars, and have receipts, as opposed to learning in school from outdated material being taught by teachers who don't have the same qualifications. These people sell high-ticket products online, normally over $5,000, and in order for them to scale and grow their business, they need to automate this process so they can focus their time on things that move the needle forward in their business every single day. Things like creating content or fulfillment. And that's where you come in. That's where I came in. People who are already interested in buying a product online will fill out a form, will schedule a time to speak with you in your calendar in order just to get a few more questions answered before making the purchase, because most people won't just drop $5K on the internet without first speaking to someone. You'd answer their questions, collect their payment over Zoom, and keep normally 15 to 20% commission is the industry standard. So if you sold a $10,000 product online at 15% commission, you'd receive $1,500, all from a 45-minute conversation, which you can have from an island in Thailand if you wanted to. And if you're thinking, why me? Why would somebody trust me to sell a $10,000 product online for them when I have no experience? Well, they won't, to be honest with you. At least normally not at first. Now, there's a difference in the industry between what's called a setter and a closer. Most people start as a setter. This is because it's beginner friendly and requires no prior experience, which also means there's a little less money in this, normally about 5 to 10% commission. And what you'll do as a setter is somebody will opt in online, fill out a form requesting to be contacted with their email, phone number. You'll then get set up with an account from the business owner. Simply click a button allowing you to contact that lead via message or phone call, and you'll ask them a few questions to qualify them, normally what their goals are, their current financial situation. And the purpose of this is to book them on a calendar with your sales team, with your closer or business owner. And from there, once you book the appointment, your job is done. And you can still make, as a setter with no experience, 5, 6, 7K per month. And once you get good at this and do this for a while, you'll be promoted to a closer, which is where the real money comes in. And if you'd like to know exactly how to find these jobs, you can go ahead and click this video right here where I go into detail explaining exactly that, or schedule a call with me down below, as I have business owners and entrepreneurs in my network who I've met out here in Bangkok looking to hire setters and closers today. And if you'd like me to make a video going over exactly what questions to ask when setting or closing, let me know in the comments down below, or you can join my community or reach out to me directly there, ask me any questions you'd like to know. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.
Switching lanes in a two-door coupe with you. Little mama run around, little mama don't make me drop the roof on you. So she wanna get high.